Hello everybody and welcome back. Last time, after finally exiting Suhala Desert, we went through the Suhala Gate, and after a brief cutscene involving what seemed to be Babi's ship, we managed to reach Venus Lighthouse, upon which we explored it slightly and then proceeded forward towards La Libero. So you might be wondering why we're back at Venus Lighthouse again. Well, because in my rush to get to La Libero, I forgot that there actually are a few more things that we can do here before we actually proceed. So, first off, I apologize for that. I'm going to try to get to this as quickly as possible, so we'll get back to La Libero. So we can either go east or west. In this case, let's go east first. And we have a very familiar platform puzzle. And if we go up the stairs here, we have a lucky cup. Let's check it out. Boosts critical hits and restores synergy. Alright, who do I give this to? You may notice that Ivan has the lure cap equipped. That is because, well, I have been leveling up the party off screen, so I'll just show you right now. Everybody is now at level 28, and they are still in their tri-elemental classes, and they have learned a few new moves, which I'll take the opportunity to showcase. So, in the case for Isaac, still his most recent synergy is still Thunderbolt. Garrett, however, learned Fiery Blast. Ivan learned a new move, however is not an offensive synergy. He learned Potent Cure, which restores 300 hit points. It is not necessary at this point, so I'm going to just use Blue Bolt, and Mia did not learn any new moves. Alright, so let's go back. So this way was completely optional, but we actually do have to go to the left, because if we go upstairs here, first let's deal with these ones. And actually I want to show you something. I want to see if they can survive this round. They should be able to. Or not. Well, I will get the chance eventually. We have a large room and a scholar. I thought I'd explore after the door opened. While I was searching this room, Graydon and the others appeared. And we have a goddess statue. There is something to the statue that made the floor light up. So, that is our hint. We actually want to go and interact with that statue. So, let's go this way. And up here. And we have what seems to be lightning coming from the walls. If we approach it, we cannot get past, but right here we can use synergy. And we have finally reached. Might as well take the chance to showcase what I wanted to show you. Alright, come on. There, Isaac recovers 4 synergy. So, similar to Mercury Lighthouse, in which Mia will recover synergy at the end of every turn. Since we are now at Venus Lighthouse, and Isaac being a Venus adept, he is slightly strengthened by the power of the lighthouse, even though the beacon has not been lit. And there we go. So, we have a bunch of unlit tiles and what seems to be a quite smaller model of Venus Lighthouse. If we approach the statue speaks to Isaac's soul. Ye who seek to climb Venus Lighthouse, I shall grant thy wish. The path long closed shall not be open here. The path begins far, far away, on the soil of an ancient people, with the sunrise to your left as you gaze upon the lighthouse. So now, as you can see, we have some of the tiles have lit up and some are actually color blue. This is actually a hint as to, now that we interacted with the statue, we have created a new path that connects with Babi Lighthouse, that once we reach there we can actually proceed even further by going underground. This is not the only path, and the color blue is a hint that one of those rooms that we will have to go through requires the use of mercury-based synergies, which we already have, so we don't have to worry about that. But we can actually talk to the statue again. And it says the same thing, but as you can see, we have now a different path. So let's get rid of this one quickly. Alright, so as I was about to say, we have a different path here, and the tile that is lit a yellow color means that we will have to use synergies related to Venus. So both paths lead to the same place, the only difference being that at the end of each path we can access a particular piece of equipment. So I'm going to go through both of them, but of course in this case we'll go through this one that I have selected first. So with that over, let's now head back to La Libero. I'll see you guys back there. But before we get to La Libero, I feel that I should actually clarify something. So, as you can see here, we have some very unique looking blocks. Usually the first time you come around here, one of them will be blocking the stairway here. And once you push it, you will get a small cutscene where Garrett implies that we cannot move it any further, and if only there was any way that we could actually carry them over. Which is actually the hint that you are given that these kind of blocks you can use the carry synergy with. Unfortunately, off screen I was testing a few things, mostly including a RNG method that I wanted to try out and see if I could get it. I was not able to get it yet, and since I saved over that file, this small cutscene is not, well, you didn't see it because the block was already pushed. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So anyways, right now I'll see you back at La Libero. Alright, welcome back. So, the first thing that I want to do here is actually set a few synergies, specifically Mind Read and Reveal, because there are a few pieces of dialogue that I want to check out regarding some of the La Libero people. I bet Sheba can use her powers to escape them. They all have a lesson coming to them. They'll learn why Sheba is called the Holy Child of La Libero. So, even more hints to Sheba's mysterious powers. Sheba is our only hope. If something happens to her, La Libero is finished. What do they plan to do with Sheba in the ruins? No, I must not think such horrible things. This all happened because Tolby took Sheba away from us. We never should have let Tolby take Sheba away from us. There was an earthquake at the ruins before this happened. I wonder if Sheba and the others are okay. The stones we stacked for the lighthouse won't fall, will they? And actually, if you check the stone pillar here, we got a side crystal. Yeah, there are a bunch of hidden items in La Libero as well. Farhan follows Sheba. I'm sure he'll rescue her. Farhan still does not return. What could be happening? And if we enter in this house, his wife seems very calm, considering. Deep down, she must be worried about Sheba. That couple raised Sheba as though she were their own child. When someone like Sheba is kidnapped, it worries us all. So it would seem that Farhan and this lady are not Sheba's biological parents. We received Sheba from the sky and raised her lovingly. I know Farhan will rescue that child. It is so painful to even think of anything bad happening to Sheba. I would take her place if I could. So, we were told that they received Sheba from the sky. That is quite a mysterious thing to say. I just know that father will save my elder sister, Sheba. I just wish someone would please rescue my sister, Sheba. So yeah, everybody is concerned, and there is quite a mystery regarding what seems to be Sheba's origins. She apparently fell from the sky. Anyways, when we exit from Farron's house, we can walk around the small wall, and we have a chest here. And we got a warrior's helm. This is quite an interesting item. It boosts earth power and critical hits. What it means by that actually is that this item in particular, when equipped, it boosts the chance of an unleash by 10%. So, stacked with our hyper boots, we now have I believe a 57% chance of an unleash. So, more than a 1 in 2 chances that we will get an unleash at every single attack. So that's pretty good. There is one more item in the game that actually boosts unleash rates, and we'll get to that soon enough. So, if we continue exploring here, we have a soldier from Tolby. Bobby's most precious belonging is kept here. No one may enter. And there's actually an interesting piece of dialogue if you read his mind. I wonder what Bobby's most precious belonging is. If I don't even know, how can I be interested in guarding it? So it would seem that whatever is in there is quite a big secret, if the soldier is not even privy to that information. There are some who do not believe Sheba has any powers. Doubting Sheba? That is foolish. Sheba is the savior of La Libero. There is no mistake about it. I don't know of anyone other than Sheba with power like that. Of course I have seen Sheba's power. It is incredible. How could one with such power ever be taken hostage? Sheba, if the power that you showed us is real, then please escape. If you don't, I might start to doubt that power of yours. So, even more hints as to what Sheba's power might be. And let's see here. Here we have the item shop. So as always, I'm going to cut to once I'm done with buying any weapons and armor. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, and we are done. So I'll just quickly show you what I bought. So, for Isaac, he still retains his Assassin's Blade because we will be getting a much better weapon for him soon enough. I did buy the War Gloves, which are a special artifact that increases attack. As for anything else, it remains the same. Now, Garrett still retains his Burning Axe, but I did buy the Jewel Crown, which is a helmet, or in this, well, a crown that boosts luck. Now, I actually did buy some weapons for Ivan and Mia. For Ivan, I bought the Swift Sword and I sold the Mysterious Blade. So, the Swift Sword is, as you can guess, it is an artifact weapon, and it has an unleash called Sonic Smash, which is quite unique. Normally, whenever its effect goes into effect, whenever it activates, it may not deal any extra damage, but there is a chance that it will deal 3 times the damage of a regular attack. So under those circumstances, the Sonic Smash Unleash has the potential of being the strongest in the entire game. So it's not a bad weapon for Ivan at this point in the game. Now, regarding Mia, I bought the Crystal Rod, which is a artifact weapon which has an unleash called Drown, which deals an extra 47 mercury damage, and it has a side effect that it may instantly kill a target, similar to Isaac's Assassin's Blade. And this is coincidentally the best weapon in the game for Mia, so we could call this Mia's ultimate weapon, at the very least for the first game. And I believe that is it. Yeah. Okay, so now that we are done with that, there is one more thing that I want to do. Let's see here. Alright, okay. I'm gonna go up here. No one's called me, so maybe I'll take a nap. The ruins that form the lighthouse foundation are riddled with caves. If you could get through the caves, I'm sure you'd solve the ruins riddle. So, a few more hints regarding Babi Lighthouse and its possible connection with perhaps Venus lighthouse, and the path that we just opened. Alright, here we have the item shop, as most towns do, and let's go in here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so worried about Sheva, I cannot concentrate. But no matter how much I worry, there isn't anything I can do. Now, to work, to work! So, we can see that the Sheva's kidnapping has had quite an effect on everybody at La Libero. And if we inspect this barrel, we got a lucky medal for whatever reason. Even though even the basic equipment sold here surpasses most of the pieces of armor or equipment that can be obtained in the toll display. But whatever. And let's actually take this chance to rest at the inn. Alright. Now. There it is. Here. If we go in here, actually not this one, sorry. Here. We can actually go to the roof of this house. And we can walk around the walls surrounding La Libero. I believe there's an item here. Yeah, we got a Water of Life. Even at this point in the game, it's still a pretty useful item, so nice. And we have a Mars Gene, and we'll get to him in a moment. The Mars Gene Torch joined Garrett. Alright, so we got a new gene, and this is actually our final Mars Gene. Let's go into some more detail about this little guy. So, his valid effect is that he deals a Mars-based attack equal to the user's standard physical attack with another 30 points of damage, and occasionally, when calculating the damage, only 50% of the enemy's defense is applied. So, our final Mars Gene is an offensive gene, so we're out of 7 we have 3, so that's alright, I guess. Now, regarding the set stat bonus, it provides a +9 to your base hit points, +3 to your base attack, and +1 to your base luck. And with that, we are mostly done with La Libero. There are a few more hidden items, specifically I believe 1 or 2 more lucky medals, which at this point I don't know why they are still an item that you can obtain, since, well, at least in my opinion they lost all their purpose, but whatever. Anyways, let's proceed north. Actually, let's talk to this guy. Oh, they took Sheva and headed for the ruins. And that's where we are headed. Road to Babi Lighthouse. We have not been ordered to start working yet. Do we get today off? It is odd that Bobby would build a lighthouse in a place like this. Maybe he thought using the ruins as the foundation would be easy. Cutting the stones and stacking them on the ruins isn't easy. Build it faster, you say? Try building it yourself then! So, it would seem that the task is anything but simple, and here we have a small puzzle regarding one of those blocks that I was referring to earlier. So, let's go ahead and use this. And, luckily, the carry synergy allows us to move an item even if it's lodged in between the walls. So we can just put this here, and there we go. And we can find and we can reach that chest. Which contains some lucky pepper. Nice. Alright, so let's now go to Babi Lighthouse. They were terrible. We were absolutely no match for them. They just kicked us out of their way and went on to the lighthouse. They set fire to everything. That's why the ground is scorched. Using fire as a weapon is so cowardly. Only 2 of those 6 ever attacked anyone. But just those 2 completely overwhelmed us. So yeah, it would seem that even though we keep referring to the group as Felix group, Felix does not seem to be engaging in combat. It is mostly Saturos and Menardi. And speaking of combat, here we have a new enemy. This is a Skull Warrior. It is level 26, it has 283 hit points, 16 synergy, 322 attack, 115 defense, 130 agility and 5 luck. Its elemental resistances are 25 Venus, 72 Mars, 48 Jupiter and 127 Mercury. And it has a Venus elemental power of 100. It normally yields 301 experience points, which then become 391 if we finish him off with a Venus Gene. It draws 188 coins, which then become 244, and there is a 1 in 32 chances that then become a 1 in 8 that it will drop a Bile. As for his commands, he has the basic attack and there's a 50% chance that he'll use it. He has the Bone Charge monster skill with a 25% chance that he'll use it, and the Dulse synergy, which may lower a target's attack rating by 25%. Has a cost of 6 synergy and a range of 1, and it also has a 25% chance of activating. So yeah, a pretty simple enemy, and we actually get to see the Unleash on the Crystal Rod. So in this case we did not get the... oh, there, 267 damage. That is a huge amount of damage, and you can tell that it activated the triple damage because of the extra sound effects. So it is quite similar to the Gust, to the effect of the Gust Gene or the Slice monster skill. So I find it pretty appropriate for it to be Ivan's endgame weapon. Anyway, here we have what seems to be Venus Lighthouse, and we can go around here. And it's a pretty easy puzzle here. We just push this one and go down, and now we can move this one. And I actually forgot to mention, here we have Gale, which says attack with the Wind Smite. So even though it has that description, it basically works the same as Whirlwind would outside of battle. So Gale is also a utility synergy, in the case that we did not have access to Whirlwind. Anyway, we can go inside here, and I'm going to have to swap Sound Gene around so I can actually get... actually that should be it. So I can use Growth, yeah. Alright, let's go up. And let's do this. There we go. And we're finally inside. And let's drop down here. And we have a Jupiter Gene. So, for this guy in particular you might want to say, because, as you may have already guessed, he is hostile. So, this little guy is called Luff. It is level 25, it has 688 hit points, 62 synergy, 302 attack, 85 defense, 177 attack and 21 luck. Its elemental resistances are 25 Venus, 100 Mars, 193 Jupiter and 100 Mercury. And it has a Jupiter elemental power of 125. It normally yields 677 experience points, which then become 880 if we finish him off with a Venus Gene. It drops 506 coins, which then become 657, and it doesn't drop any items. As for his commands, he has the basic attack and there's an 11% chance that he'll use it. He has the Wind Slash synergy with a 20.7% chance that he'll use it. The Tornado synergy with an 18.3% chance that he'll use it. The Blue Bolt synergy with a 16% chance that he'll use it. The Shine Plasma synergy with a 13.7% chance that he'll use it. The Destruct Ray synergy with an 11.3% chance that he'll use it. And finally the Flee synergy with a 9% chance that he'll use it. And we get to attack first, so hopefully we can either take him out or, at the very least, put him to sleep. Let's see here. Guarded has missed, so I'll try that. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much that I think... Actually, that might be useful for the next turn. So I'm going to just attack with Frost Sphere. And... yeah. 125, not bad. Come on, put him to sleep. It did not work. Alright, so hopefully he does not run away this turn. And since I used that, now I'm gonna completely change class. Well, that's fine. Maybe I can paralyze it with ground. If not, come on. Yes. Alright, hopefully he will not get any action this turn. Yes. Come on, take him out. Yeah, you got it. The Jupiter Gene Love joined Ivan. Alright, so we got our final Jupiter Gene. Let's go into some more detail about this little guy. So, his battle effect is that he seals a target synergy and he never misses. So it is quite a useful effect, actually. As for the set stat bonus, it provides a plus 11 to your base hit points, plus 5 to your base synergy, plus 2 to your base defense, and plus 1 to your base luck. So, we're only missing one gene, one Venus gene. And don't worry, we'll get to him soon enough. And as soon as we do, I'll go over the two remaining tri-elemental classes, as well as the final ranks that can be achieved in the dual elemental classes. So we'll get to that soon enough. But now actually let's go down this road. And let's go back up. Because we want to go up as fast as we can and drop down at a specific point, which I believe is this one. Yep. There we go. You are sure they went through this door? Yes, they opened the stone door and entered. Well, does the door open? It's hopeless. It will not budge. Of course not. I told you, this door doesn't open. If it did open, we would have gone in long ago to study the ruins. But I'm certain they went through this door. And I'm saying no one has ever gone through here. Oh, Yoram! Farhan! I am so sorry about Sheba. Why did this sort of thing have to happen? Are Felix and the others beyond this door? Yes, beyond the door that no normal man can open. If they go through, then we can too, right? We should be able to, yes. Will you go for us? Yoram, just who are these people? They come from the far north. They have chased the ones who took Sheba all the way here. They have been chasing that fearsome group? Yes, they are most fearsome. Such awful power. And what they're trying to do seems very dangerous. We're the only ones who can stop them. You think you can stop them? Yeah, why not? You seem quite sure of yourself. But what do you think you can do? I have never heard such harsh words from you, Farhan. What do you expect when, in the midst of such dangers, you ask me to leave Sheba's fate in the hands of children? If you want me to trust them, they must give me some reason to trust them. First, you will have to demonstrate your powers to us. Can you follow the same path that they took? Yes, sure. Your confidence means nothing unless you show that you can do it. Thanks, Yoram. Yoram asks only that you stand back and watch. Now, show me what you can do. Alright, before we show them what we can do, let's actually talk to Farah. If you can open this door, I will trust you them once more. So, this guy is Sheba's adoptive father, and let's see what's on his mind. I hope they can open the door, but I won't believe it until I see it. So, there's a plaque. The truth of this door is open to those seeing with their true heart, so you may have already figured out what that means. So, we have to use reveal. And supposedly, Saturos and Menardi's group, which now consists of Saturos, Menardi, Felix, Craden, Jenna, Alex and Sheba, was able to get through this door, which you will learn later is actually impossible for that group in particular to have been able to, because, well, none of them actually have access to the reveal synergy, so I don't know how they got through that door. The door! I don't believe it. The door opened. Incredible. It really does open. How in the world did you open the door? I don't know how to explain it. We did it because we're us. Kind of odd. You can just try to explain a little bit what synergy is, but okay. It would take too long to explain. There's no time for an explanation anyway. That is right. We must rescue Sheba. Let's go, Farhan. We got to save Sheba. Hey, the door's closing. Why did it close? I don't know. Why does anything close? How insightful! What an insightful question. It closed to prevent people with no synergy from entering. So it has a sensor? It would be perilous for those without synergy to try to get through. I agree. You have to let us handle it from here. What? You're telling us to stay back? Yes. Since we can't even open the door, we'll just be getting in your way. This is true. But we cannot leave Sheba in their hands just because it's dangerous. They have greater power than you can even imagine. And without such power, this door will not open for us. That is correct. That is how it seems. Without that sort of power, we would just get in their way. I understand. Sheba's life is in your hands. Do not fail us. You must bring Sheba safely back. Make haste, I said. All our hopes lie with you. Alright, so let's do this once more. And let's go through this door that apparently has an ability to discriminate between people with synergy and no synergy. And before we're done with this, we have two new enemies. First off, we have the Orc Lord. They are level 25, they have 278 hit points, 18 synergy, 302 attack, 98 defense, 70 agility and 3 lag. Their elemental resistances are 127 Venus, 100 Mars, 72 Jupiter and 100 Mercury. They normally yield 260 experience points, which then become 338 if we finish them off with a Virgin. They drop 198 coins, which then become 257, and there is a 1 in 128 chances that then become a 1 in 32 that they will drop a lucky medal. So yeah, this is the one enemy that if you wanted to, you can try to farm lucky medals. I don't know why you want to, but you can do it. As for the commands, they have the basic attack, and there's a 62.5% chance that will use it. They have the Spasm Monster skill, which restores approximately 40 hit points, and there's a 12.5% chance that will use it. They have the Sleep Synergy, with a 25% chance that will use it, and they may at random use an Elixir. And our other new enemy is the Wild Griffon. They are level 26, they have 370 hit points, 8 synergy, 332 attack, 112 defense, 170 agility, and 10 luck. Its elemental resistances are 152 Venus, 72 Mars, 48 Jupiter, and 110 Mercury. And it has a Jupiter elemental power of 110. It normally yields 322 experience points, which then become 418 if we finish it off with a Jupiter gem. It drops 290 coins, which then become 377. And there is a 1 in 128 chances that then become a 1 in 32 that it will drop a Fertile Probe, which is a piece of equipment that provides a defense boost of 45, an agility boost of 30, and it boosts elemental power. It boosts Jupiter elemental power by 20 and Jupiter elemental resistance by 30. As for its commands, he has the basic attack, and there's a 37.5% chance to use it. It has the Twin Beaks monster skill with a 25% chance of using it, the Wing Stroke monster skill with a 12.5% chance of using it, and finally the Bind synergy with a 25% chance of using it. So let's deal with these ones, and I think with that we should be done for this episode. Alright, so we managed to explore a little bit of La Libero, and we finally entered the Babi Lighthouse, and we're about to explore the tunnel ruins. I do have to apologize for the overall lack of smoothness in this episode, with me having to go back to Venus Lighthouse. This is one part of the game that it is a bit hazy on my mind, so I'll try to make sure that the next episodes are a bit more straightforward and easier to follow. So next time we're going to explore the tunnels connecting Babi Lighthouse and Venus Lighthouse. See you guys then.